an individual story rather than focus on trying to build up it. Because I thought Batman vs. Superman really struggled with trying to launch the universe, quite honestly. Trying to include everything.
Launching in 3.
And... that man is playing Galaga. No,
do you have an actor in mind for Batman? We didn't talk about this necessarily. But did you have an actor in mind to play Batman?
Didn't. I was thinking of different guys in my head.
Jason Momoa?
I actually thought of Charlie Cox.
Charlie Sheen?
Oh, I like Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox Daredevil?
We talked to... I actually talked to Dante about this. That's a really good idea.
Especially since Daredevil is basically just Batman with no eyesight.
And I think Charlie Cox would be a good Bruce Wayne and a good Batman.
Yeah.
He's already done Daredevil, which, like you said, is pretty much Daredevil.
He goes from playing a poor superhero to a very rich one.
And he has his eyesight back.
And he gets his eyesight.
I don't know this idea, but good.
Cool. That's cool.
And so I think that'd be the biggest difference.
Do you have Catwoman in that movie?
I don't know who I would have in that movie, quite honestly.
Do you have Penguin in that movie?
I thought about maybe Penguin.
Court of Owls?
Can we get Penguin played by Danny DeVito again?
Oh, that was
I would love
magical.
No.
That was a magical
playing
moment.
Batman again.
If you've watched...
Wait, Danny DeVito was Batman.
Except this version of Batman's let himself go.
If you've seen...
Gary Busey as Batman.
Yeah!
He sits in the Batcave eating donuts.
Are you going to go out, Master Bruce?
Alfred!
No!
Well, the thing is, you'll see him there.
Alfred, you put on the bad suit.
No, it's that, and then it's Batman Beyond. So when the Terry McGinnis...
Is that because now this is your movie?
No,
Why don't you talk about yours now?
Really quick. So then Terry McGinnis comes in and he goes, "So you want to be a hero, kid? Well..." And he does this whole, song from Hercules.
Yeah.
He does the whole, because he's Phil. He does that whole song from Hercules. I'm in.
Can we have Gary Busey in it somewhere?
Yeah.
Gary Busey would be an excellent Two-Face or Riddler.
Just a drunk on the street.
He could play every character.
just to drive by in the Batmobile, and Terry McGinnis is like,
"Is that Gary Busey?" Yeah, he's not a character. It is Gary Busey. All right, that's cool. That's really cool. That you a crime noir sort of thing. You could do Court of Owls.
Yeah,
if you needed to. Yeah,
and
not you. Him.
And I don't know if it would be possible, but I would love to do what the movie Seven did. It's not. I never saw it, but I know they hid the antagonist.
Yeah,
he
wants to recreate the movie Seven, but instead of Brad Pitt, it's Gary Busey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't do it again.
That sounds magical. All right, let's get in here. We got some time.
So I'm doing a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton as
Gary
old
Busey.
Batman.
Old Batman.
Yeah, and it's
Whether we're
not,
gonna call
but it is based off of the
we're gonna call it Bogan.
Yeah. So it's Batman Beyond, and I like the idea that the Age of Heroes have passed.
Yeah.
It's almost like Kingdom Come type area. The Age of Heroes have passed. No one's seen Superman in 20 years. Batman's retired. I'm sorry.
I got spit on. I'm sorry.
Batman's retired. Justice League is disbanded. No one, and you don't know how it got to this point.
And Gary Busey is single-handedly trying to stop crime.
Yeah, and Bruce Wayne is old. His back's not broken, but he needs to walk with a cane. And then Terry McGinnis comes in, and it's not that he's going to single-handedly restart everything, but the whole idea of the symbol that we get from Nolan's movies is going to be kind of brought back in that there's a symbol that heroes are back again,
or returning,
and so there's this new wave of people coming in, and we'll
instead of Barry Allen, you have a Wally West, possibly
maybe,
as the Flash.
possibly, or maybe Barry Allen comes back, or maybe one of them runs
back in time.
No,
he's here.
I would love if you're a hero but you're old, I would still love that.
He's still the Flash. He's just running.
Yeah. Honestly,
with a cane.
So this is
he's got a speed walker.
It's on wheels.
Yeah.
Well, think about it too. Batman is usually in his 30s or 40s by the time that Flash is in his 20s.
Right.
So the guy's I'm in my 40s or 50s.
It's
he could come back.
I'm old, but it's
right. Superman doesn't age, but he might have gray in his hair or whatever. But he can do
that. He uses Just for Men, Touch of Grey.
Yeah. That happens. Yeah. There was a version in the comics. There was an alternate ending to Final Crisis where we lose our main Superman, and the old Superman from that thing is just oh yeah, I just wanted people to think I was getting older because it freaked him out that I didn't. And he just he wipes away the white in his hair and moves away the lines, and he looks just like normal Superman. And it's just so that is the thing that has happened in the comics.
Now, do you have an idea of who you want to play Terry McGinnis?
Okay, so you do need someone in their 20s.
Or looks like it.
Yeah, and I don't want a Tom Holland or anything like that because that's too... You want you?
Can I do it?
Sure.
Can I look like this?
Yeah, I'll get Danny DeVito.
Can I actually give you a good, not necessarily a good name, but in the DC universe, the new Robin, he would actually be
he would
really
do
good.
really good as Terry McGinnis. Actually, he's the guy from Pirates 5 for the three of us.
I forget.
That's who that is.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
That's a bad movie.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp as Terry McGinnis.
Yeah,
But he's still Jack Sparrow.
No, better yet, Johnny
Hello,
Depp.
everyone.
Johnny Depp as
I'm feeling the need for rum.
Johnny Depp as playing Jack Sparrow, who's pretending to be Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Now, who's your... But, okay, so you've given us that. What's the kind of overall plot point? Because you've got a crime thriller with his... What's yours? I mean, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, so my original idea was that the original pitch was that I wanted to do kind of like a crime thriller. I think we both agreed that we need more detective stuff.
I think it would differentiate it from other versions of Batman we've seen.
Right. I'm going to take what I originally had and I'm going to tweak it a little bit. My idea was that my original idea was going to do a normal Batman movie where it's kind of flashing back to his first year. This time, I kind of like the idea of Terry McGinnis coming in and with old Batman's help, solving a crime that he couldn't.
That Batman couldn't solve.
Yeah, or he didn't, or wasn't able to at the time. But the two of them work together, and it's like you're flashing back to original Batman, and you see like probably a DH.
So you see like a Terry McGinnis going against like Condiment Man.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's
how you start.
No,
Tony missed.
Is this blood? No, it's ketchup.
Honestly, I would love... It would annoy the fans, but I would love to pull a Gotham by Gaslight. Because, spoilers, if you haven't seen that, read the comic or seen the film, they do Jack the Ripper, and you go like, oh, well, who's it going to be? And it's like, well, Jack the Ripper, it's going to be Joker. And it ends up being Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
And it's like, I would love to do something like that. I know it annoyed people, but I'd love to do someone, it's like, oh, no, that's a character that's not bad ever.
Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah.
And have, like, I don't know, like Alfred be the villain at the end of it or something like that. Yeah.
Hello, Master Wayne. What?
But I think it would be
Help!
I think it would be an interesting twist that would make your movie stand out.
Right, yeah, the only problem is if I did like Jim Gordon, people would be so angry. Yeah. So you have to pick someone that people aren't expecting, but people wouldn't be mad that it changed the backstory.
It's actually Batman.
Now, would you?
I really would enjoy a Sin City, Gotham City.
Yeah.
Flop over.
Yeah.
Would you eventually, like in the animated series, have Tim Drake become Joker? In the animated series, Tim Drake's mind is broken by the Joker, and he becomes
chip implanted,
right. Yeah. Would you do that, or would you just?
Honestly, the Joker would probably. I probably wouldn't end up doing anything like that.
I mean, not even in that movie, but just later on down the line.
I never really. I think it works well in animated form, but I think it gets a little for the tone.
It's hard to follow.
Well, it is a little more like. It is a little more. There's superheroes and everything else.
Right.
It's not Marvel. It's a little more grounded than that.
Right.
Not so serious that like Batman v Superman. Yeah.
Why
Which I mean, if you're gonna be a serious Batman, that's the thing that I want to say too is that people don't realize you can be as dark and serious as Batman v Superman. That wasn't the problem with the movie. If you're gonna make a movie that stupid and you're gonna make it dark and serious, people are gonna rip it apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make a smart movie. Otherwise, don't make it dark and serious. Yeah.
All right.
Your turn.
My turn.
No, goody.
I was going back and forth between a few. I thought about Constantine, but I would struggle to start with that because you're immediately starting out with the mystical side of things, and to be frank, not a lot of people know Constantine's stories and stuff like that. Even though he had the one season, which was really good,
it was great,
and stuff like that, but he's still not as well known. I thought about a Martian Manhunter.
Yep.
I thought about a Green Lantern, but eventually I settled on Green Arrow.
This is why I want. Okay, this is why I want to pull you apart. Oh, no Batman. You're not allowed to have Batman, so I'm gonna go with a character that's basically Batman, but this time with bows.
And
it's
he's
like
funnier.
Oh my goodness, you're so full of it. It's
no. I wonder why I actually went with Green Arrow.
Sure.
Because when I was thinking about with Marvel. Because I am a DC exec and I'm going, Marvel's making millions with every movie. We don't need to fully emulate them, but it would do us well to look at their formula, go, what worked, and how do we build off of that.
Sure.
And I said they used Iron Man as their first, and he's kind of the grounding nature. He's the one that brings everybody together, that the whole thing centers around. And I said, outside of Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, who is the character that you could really make your central? And I thought that was Green Arrow.
Yeah.
That you could make him be your central figurehead in all of it. Now, much like with yours, Batman already exists. Superman exists, Wonder Woman exists, all these characters already exist. It's not an origin story in that none of these people exist yet. But they're mentioned, like in passing you hear about in Gotham this is going on, about the Batman. And you hear about Superman. They don't appear in those first movies. My first phase does not include a Batman or Superman solo movie.
Yeah.
They come in Justice League. The Justice League doesn't exist yet.
Okay.
All the superheroes do, but the Justice League itself doesn't exist yet.
Okay.
And what you're seeing is each movie sort of builds up to this Justice League. So you're starting out with Arrow, and he's facing not Damien Dark, because I thought that was kind of a stupid storyline in the Arrow TV series.
It was the worst season. Yeah.
Right. But he's facing a mystical...
Damian Wayne.
No.
Okay.
He's facing a mystical force
That could be Damian Wayne.
that he can't beat with his arrows and stuff like that. Your second movie, your next movie you pop into, I'm stealing from you because this is your first movie, is Flash. And Flash is dealing with the same thing over in Star City.
Okay.
He's facing this mystical force that he can't beat.
Yeah.
Your third movie is Constantine.
I like Constantine.
And I love Constantine. And now he's the only one that who has any idea what's going on. My fourth movie, Zatanna.
Also Constantine.
What?
What?
No. And then finally, after those 4 movies, I have 4 movies.
That's
in
really
my first
mystical.
phase.
That's a really
It's
mystical
very
basic-
mystical.
Yeah.
The fifth after those 4 movies, your fifth movie.
It's Hellboy.
No, your fifth movie is the first Justice League movie. And Batman, that's the first time you see Batman and Superman. And this whole mystical thing is going on, and you find out, right, they've been dealing with the same things in Gotham and Metropolis.
Oh, you picked a good villain for Superman. So Superman isn't like, I'm overpowered.
Exactly.
Exactly. And it's also not
And I don't
Darkseid,
necessarily
so
have I don't have a specific villain in mind that I'm like, this is definitely the mystical threat. Maybe, Frank, maybe I create him.
Maybe it's Satan. That's
I bring over Mephistopheles.
No. Like Satan is like a legitimate villain.
And so they're
Sin in all these
facing in the Justice League movie. You're facing a villain that Batman can't beat because Batman is so grounded and his thought process and stuff like that, and his gadgets do not work against magic.
Yeah.
Sorry, Superman is still Superman, but he can be beaten by magic. And so in that first Justice League movie, your not main heroes, but the ones you glean on are Zatanna and Constantine, combining magic with it's magic, but it's not.
So it sounds like you're combining Justice League Dark and Justice League.
Pretty much.
So Justice League.
It's not a
League
full,
Dark is amazing.
Justice League. Dim
it's
the
not
Lights.
a full Justice League Dim the Lights. That's the name of the movie. No, but that would be my phase. And I know that you've got to make those 4 movies that I make have to be excellent because I'm not relying on Batman. I'm not relying on Superman. I'm not relying on. I'm not even relying on Green Lantern.
You are relying on a secondary character to fill the role as
Right.
a main
Although Arrow's popularity has gone up because of the TV series, so you would get.
But it's also started to go back down because of the TV series.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if
Will
you
this
made
city
a-
happen? No one cares. No one
If you
cares.
made a
Especially
really,
now.
really good movie for that, people would line up to come see it. Especially if the next one's Flash.
Yeah.
Flash is a popular character.
Right. They're all the characters. I started out with 2 characters that I know will bring in some money, but they're not Batman, they're not Superman, they're not Wonder Woman, they're not Green Lantern, who was not part of the big 3, but he's probably the 4th one you think of. If you Flash and Green Lantern are kind of tied, probably.
The hard thing with DC and the position they're in is they can't afford a mediocre movie.
No,
Right.
I mean,
They just can't.
But
Marvel,
my thing is, I think that I can launch a better universe if I go with something risky and hit it out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
You guys are hitting doubles. I'm swinging for the fences, and if I swing and miss,
Well,
I'm
and
going
here's
down
the
bad.
thing.
But if I
Marvel.
hit it, it's going. I'm Bryce Harper. If I hit it, it's going a long way. If I miss, I'm going back to the bench, and you know what I mean?
the tough thing too is that the way you've set it up you don't have to hit it just once; you just hit it 4 times.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I do. Actually, I really have to hit
either a home run or sunflower seeds.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I understand that, but I think that if you made a good arrow